I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am a dancer.
I am a filmmaker.
I am a photographer.
I am a chef.
I am an artist.
I'm a singer.
I am an athlete.
I am a director.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Center Stage. Get ready to laugh today because we have a comedian in the studio. His name is John, also known as Fudge. Welcome to the studio.
Oh, thank you for having me, Michelle.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Yes.
So please tell me a little about your talent.
Well, I'm a comedian. I've been doing comedy for almost 10 years now. I'm a returning student from Nassau Community College, and I was here to do my media degree. And currently work for the Bill Cunningham Show.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah.
And what made you start, doing what you do?
I just was one of those kids that was extra silly and used his imagination.
Were you the class clown?
Actually, I was, but I wasn't bad though. It was just like I had an imagination. I knew when to stop though. Like I would get on my teacher's nerves and be like, "I'm gonna call your mother," because she was a guidance counselor. And I'm like, "All right." But my I still got class clown because I used to do impressions and do different things in school. So, and it translated. So I made it a career. Yeah.
And everyone started laughing, so you knew you had a talent.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So what was your first performance like in front of a crowd?
The first time I performed was in front of my church, and it's hard trying to make people, serious about the Lord, laugh. But I just was talking about different things that went on in the church, and they was like, "Man, you really should do this as a career." But that was my first thing. But I was like so nervous. I was like sweating but then my mother was like, "What you nervous for? It's all family." So I did it. And
So your mom's your biggest fan?
Yeah, and my dad is my biggest fan.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, he'll try to come to every show, and he's like he laughs at the jokes like he never heard them before. Like he heard them like a million times, but he laughs like ah! Like he has one of them big old laughs that you can't even like. You know it's him in the audience when he laughs. Yeah. So.
But that's so nice.
Yeah.
And so you say you have shows coming up. What type of performances, and where do you do your performances?
Well, I do a lot of traveling. Most of my shows this month in particular are in Washington D.C. and in the Virginia area. But I try to do as much as possible Long Island shows and Governors and Brokerage, the comedy clubs here, as well as producing my own shows. I'm actually doing a show here April 30th.
April 30th.
Everyone,
April 30th.
April 30th is called the Last Laugh Comedy Competition.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Good luck.
and so I'm hosting it, and we're actually going to try to find the next comic in Old Westbury. So that should
And
be
are
fun.
there a lot here?
I think they are. We're going to see. We're going to see.
Better than you?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now. Well, I mean, but everybody, like each comic is different. To me, there's no such thing as the comic is better than others. It's just that, one comic is more successful as far as, their craft. I believe comedy is a unique thing and it's a part of you. So, as long as you're being true to yourself, you should be fine as a comic. And like the success comes with you understanding who you are and
Wow, that's great.
And if other people want to see you. So if people like you, they'll come see you.
So where do you get your material from? Is it something inspires you? Like, how do you come up with it?
Well, I get my comedy from just life in general. I'm getting to the point now from doing it so long, because before I only had like 3 jokes that I prepared. They were impressions, and but now that I've grown and tried to look into my life, I can find comedy in pretty much any situation now. And it's kind of scary because sometimes I gotta be serious, but I'll be laughing, be in the funeral like, and you're like that's you can't do that, So people trying to cry and you sitting there laughing, but I don't encourage anybody to do that. So yeah, I find material everywhere.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
So let's get right to it. Let's see John's talent.
Oh,
you ready?
Right. Awesome. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fudge. It stands for Funny, Unique, Devoted, Gentleman, Entertainer. Yes. It had to mean something. You can't be a black man named Fudge without an explanation. You attract the wrong attention. Sometimes you be like, "Hey, Fudge," be like, "Sorry, sir, it ain't that type of party. Put your shirt back on." Speaking of parties, I think my barber's gay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because, nobody pays more attention to detail than gay dudes, but it's just that I was a little uncomfortable because, not because he told me he was gay, but because he sat on my lap when he cut my hair, and I didn't know how to deal with it because it was, it was kind of weird. His legs were swinging. It was, and yeah, so I was just like, sorry, sir, my name is Fudge, but it ain't that type of party. Put your shirt back on. And, but growing up, like I was telling Michelle, I grew up in church, and I used to think weird thoughts in church. I used to get in trouble. I used to go to church all the time, like all the time. Y'all don't understand. I mean, all the time. I had no choice because I lived inside the church because the church was my house, and I was still late. And and they didn't even wake me up. They was throwing coats on me like I wasn't even there. And the people that used to go to my church used to think they had real fur coats, but they wasn't quite real fur. It was like squirrel skin. I thought one time they threw a coat on me, and I thought a bear attacked me. I was like, Jesus, I'm sorry. And but like I said, being in church, I think of weird stuff. Like I used to think of, like, what if Justin Timberlake was a gospel singer, and like Timberland still produced his gospel tracks? It would be kind of cool, because his songs would be different, but it'd be kind of still had that Justin Timberlake swag to it, They'd be like, Jesus is coming back, yep. All you sinners don't know how to act. Yep. Take it to the bridge. I'm sorry, baby. You can't mess with me because I am saved. The Lord don't like it when I misbehave. Nobody else makes me feel his way. Take it to the chorus. Come here, Kim. Go ahead, praise the Lord now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be cool. One thing I noticed, since social media is taking over, like, I wonder if heaven got Wi-Fi. Think about it, Heaven should have Wi-Fi because it got unlimited cloud space. You know what I mean? It's cloud space everywhere. It's like, ooh, cloud space. This is a terabyte right here. Woo! Because think about it. Heaven has to have Wi-Fi because I know hell got a lot of hot spots. And we don't have to worry about reception down there in hell. We'll be on Instagram talking about #burning. But that's my time. Y'all been great. I've been Fudge. God bless y'all. Peace. Thank you.
Very good, John. That was amazing. You did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
Do you ever get nervous on stage?
Not anymore. I used to, but then I realized that, I was funny yesterday, so I need to keep going,
Yeah.
So, and, we're in this dark alley, so it's like I feel like I'm going to get stabbed, so I need to, really be on my game today, so I wasn't nervous.
So do you hope to continue being a comedian forever, or where does life go for you after Old Westbury?
Well, comedy was supposed to be like just the driving point for me to do sketch comedy and start writing and doing acting for like A Living Color or a Saturday Night Live. But as I continued to become a comedian, I realized I got better at it and learned how to write more. So stand-up comedy is always going to be a part of me, but I want to branch out to writing and also producing. So this definitely was the way to do it. This actually, if it wasn't for stand-up comedy, I wouldn't be at Old Westbury.
I wish you luck.
Yeah,
I see a bright future for you, and
I need to see it. Where is the light?
it's over there. No, I really think you have a wonderful future ahead of you. And do you have any advice for people who want to start a career like you in this field?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you go to Old Westbury, you can sign up for the Last Laugh competition where you will get the pointers and get started. But any comic out there, just understand that as long as you're true to yourself and find the comedy within yourself, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can't do, and you can go as far as you want to go. I've got to do a lot of different things. I started, like I said, in my mother's church, and I was on BET, MTV, You name it, I did it, but it wasn't, you know, I just had to move and do it, you know. So just stay true to yourself. Don't try to be nobody else but yourself, and I promise you, you go as far as you want to go.
And where can we find Fudge on social media?
You can find me on all platforms at Fudge the Comedian. It's Fudge D-A Comedian. I know that's not proper English, but that's what it is. It's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Look for Fudge. Look for
Yes,
Fudge
look
on,
for Fudge.
and you'll be laughing, I'm sure. And thank you again
Yes.
for being on our show.
Thank you.
I'm Michelle Purpura, and this is Center Stage. If you have a talent, contact us. Do you have a talent?
Then come to Center Stage.
Contact Michelle Purpura at mirose16@aol.com or
Contact me at Zach Lewis Feldman, that's ZACH Lewis Feldman @gmail.com.
and you could be on our show.